Nestled just south of the modern city of Tel Aviv is the ancient coastal city of Jaffa. Go to Jaffa. That was an insult for fishermen and seamen from the Netherlands who worked here in the 1600s in the Jaffa port. That's because this port was so dangerous. There are jetties and rocks in this shallow water that make it very difficult for large boats to come in to drop off goods and people. Did you know that the Jaffa port has been operational for more than 7,000 years? That's older than ancient Egypt, which is one of the oldest societies in the world. Here at the Jaffa port, exports included leather, soap, glass, ceramics. But one thing that was needed to import here was wood. Story time. Did you know that Jaffa was mentioned in the Talmud? That's right. King Solomon had a strong relationship with the ruler of Tyre, Lebanon. And because of that connection, he was able to secure cedar wood from up in the northern part of this coastline. It was brought all the way here to Jaffa and then taken down the road to Jerusalem, where it was used to build the mighty Second Holy Temple. The three Abrahamic religions are represented all right here in Jaffa, and Christianity is one of them. Here we are at St. Peter's Church, where Christians believe that St. Peter came and raised Tabitha from the dead. Tabitha was a woman who was really revered by those in her community, and when she died, the neighbors were deeply disturbed. And that's when Peter apparently came, prayed, and brought her back to life. Underneath this church is a Byzantine temple as well. St. Peter's Church was restored in 1903, and in 1799 it became famous for hosting Napoleon from France, who made a campaign and stopped over here in the Holy Land. In addition to that, you should understand that St. Peter's Church is still in service, and in fact, the prayer ceremonies are conducted in Polish, Hebrew, English, and Spanish. Moving into the modern part of Jaffa, here we are in front of the clock tower. It's an orienting landmark and it's quintessential to the feel of the city. I know I'm in Jaffa when I see this, but did you know that there are actually 7 in total around the state of Israel in historic cities? This clock tower was created by an Israeli who was commissioned to honor the Ottoman Sultan Abdul Hamid II. There's a biblical story that I'd like to share with you, and that's because it takes place here in the Jaffa port. And this is a tribute to the story of Jonah and the whale. Jonah heard from God that he had a mission to go to the people of Nineveh and convince them that they needed to do better as a nation. Instead, he goes down to the Jaffa port and gets on a boat going in the very opposite direction. Well, he didn't know that God had a plan. He was thrown off of the boat during a violent storm and tossed right into the belly of a whale. He ended up being successful in his mission, and now it's our mission to take you to see some other sites in Jaffa that are really impressive. This ancient city is still thriving. It's thriving with Jews, Arabs, and Christians who all live here. Having beautiful jewelry and arts and crafts and handmade items from local artists. You may even be tempted to take a boat ride and see the beautiful Tel Aviv coastline. You can also dine at wonderful restaurants. On your next trip to Israel, make sure to come visit the ancient city of Jaffa.